Okay, good night, everybody. Um, this moment, this time, I want to explain, sharing the material about the management of strategy, concept and cases, part 2, strategic action, strategy formulation, chapter 7, merger and acquisition strategies. Yeah, we overview, we review the strategic management process. There are 3 steps in the strategic management process. Number 1 is strategic inputs and strategic action, and 3 strategic outcomes. In strategic inputs, we start from chapter 2, the external environment, and chapter 3, the internal organization, and then the external environment is the input from we are formulate the visi mission, the organization or the firms, and then from after we state the visi and mission, we go to in the next step we go to a strategic formulation. In strategic formulation, there are 6 chapters, and chapter 4 is business level strategy, and chapter 5 is competitive rivalry and competitive dynamics. Chapter 6 is corporate level strategy, and chapter 7 is merger and acquisition strategy. Chapter 8 international strategy, and chapter 9 cooperative strategy. Strategic for implementation. There are 4 chapters. Chapter 10 is corporate governance. Chapter 11 is organizational structure and control. Chapter 12 is strategic leadership. Chapter 13 is strategic entrepreneurship. From strategic formulation is the next step, or strategic formulation inputs for strategic competitiveness or result the strategic competitiveness above average returns. Similar with strategic implementation is input for strategic input or result strategic competitiveness above average returns, and then strategic competitiveness above average returns will give feedback from strategic outcomes. Chapter 7, acquisition and restructuring strategies. Overview 6 content areas. Popularity of acquisition strategies for firms competing in the global economy. Why firms use acquisition strategies? 7 problems working against developing a competitive advantage using an acquisition strategy. Attribute of effective acquisition. Restructuring strategy versus common forms. Short and long-term outcomes of different restructuring strategies. Global merger and acquisition, or M&A activity during global crisis. Number of cross-border increase through early 2000. Benefit for companies and societies. Activities tend to be cyclical heavily influenced by external environment like tight credit markets, political change in foreign countries oriented toward M&A. Recent declines. 40 trillions dollars in 2007 and 29 trillion dollars in 2008. First 3 months of 2009 down 77% from same period in 2008. Chapter 7, Acquisition and Restructuring Strategies. Popularity of acquisition strategies for firms competing in the global economy. Introduction, popularity of merger and acquisition strategies. Popularity strategies among US firms for many years. MS strategies is popular strategy among US firms for many years. And then can be used of uncertainty in the competitive landscape. Increase market power because of competitive trade spread risk due to uncertain environment. Shift core business into different markets due to industry or regularity change. Intent. Increase from strategic competitiveness and value. The relative, however, is return are close to zero. Introduction, merger versus acquisition versus takeover. Merger. Two firms agree to integrate their operation on a relatively co-equal basis. Acquisition, one firm buying a controlling 100% interest in another firm with the intent of making the acquired firm a subsidiary business with its portfolio. Takeover. Special type of acquisition strategy wherein the target firm didn't solid the acquiring firms but hostile takeover, unfriendly takeover that is unexpected and undesired by the target firm. Why firm use acquisition strategies? Yeah, reason for acquisition is number one, increased market power. Source of market power include size of the firm, resource and capabilities to compete in the market and share of the market. Horizontal acquisition, acquired companies to compete in the same industry. It is McDonald acquisition of Boston market. Vertical acquisition, firm acquires a supplier or distributor of one or more of its goods or service leads to additional controls over part of the value chain. It is Walt Disney Company acquisition of Fox Family worldwide. A related acquisition, firm acquires another company in highly related industry. Reason for acquisition. Number 2, overcoming entry barriers. Cross-border acquisition, headquarter in different country. Number 3, cost of new product development and increased speed to market. Number 4, lower risk to compare to developing of new products. Number 5, increasing diversification. Number 6, reshaping firm's competitive advantage. Number 7, learning and developing new capabilities. Reason for acquisition and problem in shaping success. Reason for acquisition, increase market power, and then overcoming entry barriers, cost of new product development, and increases speed to market, lower risk compared to developing new products, increase diversification, reshaping the firm's competitive scope, learning and developing new capabilities, problems in achieving success, integration difficulties, inadequate depth, inadequate evaluation of target, loss of extraordinary depth, inability to achieve synergy, too much diversification, manager overly focus on acquisition, and too large. Seven, problem working against developing a competitive advantage using an acquisition strategy. Problem in achieving acquisition success. Number 1, integrations difficulties. Number 2, inadequate evaluation of target. Number 3, loss of extraordinary debt. Junk bonds, financing option will be risky. Acquisition are financed with money debts that provides a large potential returns to lenders, bondholders. Number 4, inability to achieve synergy. Synergy value created by units exceed value of units working independently, achieved when two firm assets are complementary in unique ways. Yields are difficult to understand or imitate a competitive advantage. Private synergy occurs when the combination and integration of acquiring and acquired firm asset yields capabilities on core competencies that could not be developed by combining and integrating the asset with another company. Too much diversification. Diversified firms must process more information of greater diversity. Scope created by diversification may cause manager to rely too much on financial rather than strategic control to evaluate performance of business units. Acquisition may become substitute for innovation. Manager overly focus on acquisition, necessary activities with an acquisition strategy, search for viable acquisition candidates, conduct effective due diligence process, prepare for negotiation, managing the integration process after the acquisition. Divert attention from matters necessary for long-term competitive success. It is identifying other activities, interacting with important external stakeholders, or fixing fundamental internal problems. short-term perspective and greater risk aversion can result for target firms manager. Too large bureaucratic controls, formalized supervisor and behavioral rules and policies designed to ensure consistency of education and action across different units of a firm. Formalized control decrease flexibility. Additional costs may exceed the benefit of the economic of scale and additional market power. Larger size may lead to for bureaucratic control. Formalized control often lead to relatively rigid and standardized managerial behavior. A firm may reduce less innovation. Attributes of effective acquisition. Effective acquisition, complementary asset or resources. Friendly acquisition facilitate integration of firm, effective due diligence process, assessment of target from by acquirers such as book, culture, etc. Financial like low debt position, high debt can increase the likelihood of bankruptcy, lead to downgrade in the firm credit rating, preclude needed investment in activities that contribute to the firm long-term success, innovation, flexibility, and adaptability. Restructuring strategy versus common firm. Short and long-term outcome of different restructuring strategies. Restructuring defined firms can change set of business or financial structure. Three restructuring strategies. Number one, downsizing, reduction in the number of firms employee and possibility number of operating units that may or may not change the composition of business in the company's portfolio. Number two, downscoping, eliminating business unrelated to firm's core business through divestiture, spin-off, or some other means. Three restructuring strategies. Number three, leverage buyout (LBOs). One party buys all of a firm asset in order to take the firm private or no longer trade the firm's shares publicly. Private equity firm from the facilities or engage in taking a public firm private. Three type of LBOs: management buyouts, employee buyouts, whole firm buyouts. Why LBOs? Protection against capricious financial market, allows owners to focus in developing innovation or bring them to market. A firm rebirth to facilitate entrepreneurial efforts. Restructuring outcomes: short term, reduce cost, labor, and debt, emphasis on strategic control. Long term, loss of human capital, performance higher or lower, higher risk. Restructuring outcomes: restructuring and outcomes alternatives: downsizing, downscoping, leverage buyout. Short-term outcomes: reduce labor cost, reduce debt cost, emphasis on strategic controls, high debt cost, loss of human capital, lower performance, high performance, and higher risk. Okay. Um, Finish and finish for the material, chapter 7, merger and negotiation strategies. I want to say sorry if there are a mistake or fall from during uh, I uh, during the time I for the material, chapter 7. Um, and finally, I want to say you thank you for the time, for the attention, and will we continue in the next material in the next time. And thank you for the attention. Good night.